So we live?
We're going live right about now. All right. Welcome to another edition of We Got Problems. I'm one of the co-hosts. I go by the name of I'm a Grindaholic, and to my left, excuse me,
Bless you.
I have the Butterfly Bully, and
Hello.
below I have the notorious Trash Vegan.
Peace, how y'all doing?
Great. And in 30 seconds, we about to get it started. All right. Today should be interesting, just like any other show that we have on this Godcast. Today is Black people are the problem for COVID-19, as expressed by the Lieutenant Governor of Texas. Just to kick it off, what are your thoughts and feelings on this subject matter? Butterfly Bully, bringing it to you.
I mean, I think he's confused. I don't think he know who he wants to blame it on. Because first he was blaming undocumented immigrants. So, I guess he's trying to blame somebody, even though we only make up I think 13 or 16%.
Oh, they were saying 8% of the population for Texas.
Well, I'm talking about for the cases.
Yeah. It's a very low number.
Right. That's what I'm like. I think he's confused. I don't know.
What's your thoughts, Trash?
It's just the temperature that we are at right now in this country right now. Everyone wants to blame someone. No one wants to be responsible, and then everyone wants to be right. When you're talking about the health of the country as a whole, you can't look at one demographic and try and lay sole blame on them. That's just like trying to say that China was the sole race that was responsible for the whole virus, and they should be held accountable for everything that's going on in the world. No, it's a virus that's going on. They might have did it in their labs, but I guarantee you they weren't the only ones who had a hand in it. So you can't look at one demographic of anything and try and lay blame at their feet. It's just a sad part of this country it's just a sad time we're in this country right now, where you think it's okay to just blame somebody else for what's going on. Grab a mirror. I think this virus is out of control because it's been out of control. People don't want to be aware of their own health, pre-existing conditions, and then something like this pandemic comes along and starts knocking people off, and then everybody wants to like, oh, I didn't know, and everybody want to scramble. But the truth to the matter is they've been telling us about this for a long time, that something was going to come along like this, and what none of us going to be prepared for it. And lo and behold, it hit, and everybody was unprepared, and now they wondering like whose fault it is. It's everybody's fault. It's all of our faults.
I mean, again, I don't think it's out of control. I think they're just inflating the numbers. I think it's just like any other flu thing. I know it's real. I know it's killing people, but so does the flu. So does heart disease, diabetes. What are them numbers like now? Who are they going to blame that on?
Those numbers are non-existent. Those numbers are non-existent now.
Right.
Because it doesn't serve the narrative for what they're trying to do. So it just basically says that everything is based off what they want to influence you to think is going on. This country is built on fear. So
And
they're
that's what I think.
basically, go ahead.
That's what I think the problem is. They're trying to get everybody scared, and they've gotten everybody scared, and that's why you have people like, pretty much like you're going to hell if you don't get vaccinated.
Hey, and you know what? They're not trying anything. They're doing a very effective job with keeping everyone in a state of fear. They're doing a very effective job, and it starts at the young. It starts at the old and works its way all the way down to the young. I've heard kids scared, and they're going against what their parents want because they're terrified of catching this virus that a lot of people are catching. And truth to the matter is, the stories how they keep coming out, how it's being spread, just like you said, it's spread like a regular flu, but it just has such different results than a regular flu. If you have any pre-existing conditions, you don't stand a very good chance on it. And then some people are asymptomatic and they don't even know it. They just spread it to everybody that was around. So
Well, some of the things, what I found was they was running this same headline for COVID. Like a young a young father died because of COVID, and it was like you can see the headlines throughout uh, most of the country was repeating the same thing, just like that Clear Channel video where everybody was saying the same thing. It's like they overselling getting the vaccine. It makes me question every effing thing that this country has done to us.
I mean, you should have questioned that anyway.
No, yeah, I mean,
I'm
I've
just
heard all
saying.
kind of different I've heard all kind of different conversations, right? I've also heard people saying like, "Yo, they wanted to get the vaccine just so they can be around their peers again because their peers are vaccinated." So it's kind of like a fit in type thing. Like I can go play if I got this, just give me this, and that's kind of how they selling it to the kids. You can go back outside and play again. You can go to school again if you take the shot. So they're selling it like you get to go back to normal if you take the shot. But what is normal
But that's the
after you
thing, you
take the
can't
shot?
go back to normal. You still have to wear a mask. You still have to social distance. Nothing changes except for the fact that you got the shot.
They saying now listen, and now mind you, I know y'all might think that I'm pro vaccination or whatever. I'm just pro information. You know what I mean? And I make the very best decisions I know how to off the information that I have that I can research and I can look up and I can trust the sources that is coming out. It's kind of hard to trust what the CDC is putting out when they're putting out both narratives, just trying to get their point across, or either trying to get you vaccinated. At first it wasn't safe, now it's not safe for kids up to from a newborn to 12. Now they're saying that the kids are the biggest spreaders. They can't make their mind up. I had now mind you,
oh,
I've
they saying, I'm sorry to interrupt, but they saying now it's okay, it's safe for women that are
pregnant.
pregnant to get the shot. And I'm like,
Knowing it causes birth defects.
Put it like this. Now this is coming. Now my position is based off my experience. I don't expect anyone else to have my experiences or my point of views about the vaccination. Now I just lost a couple of dear friends of mine. Like I had one of my buddies. He was just being a good father. He went out. He took his daughter to the junior nationals in Florida. Him and his family contracted COVID out there. They had to start a GoFundMe to get his body shipped out because he didn't make it out the hospital after a bout with COVID. You know what I mean? And that happened last month in Florida. So, you know, I've experienced losses with this virus. So it hits me closer to home. I've had family members contract it. You know what I mean? Siblings, like I've had to go through it worried about what's going on with them and how are they going to be okay. So I look at the vaccination from a different standpoint than some people. I'm dealing with the real life ramifications in my family, and I've seen it. So COVID is very real, and I don't play with it. And I've seen it go bad, and I've seen it not even affect people. So I've seen it from a couple different angles. And I had one of my good buddies. He's a doctor. When the pandemic first kicked off, and New York was getting destroyed. He's a ER doctor out there. And hearing his stories when he was just coming home and needing somebody just to talk to, we'll just chop it up, talking about I just lost 8 people today, 13 more that probably ain't gonna make it tomorrow. Like that's when it was at the height, and I was talking to him about it. So I have a different perspective when I speak about this virus. I speak about it from my experience. I can't speak about it from anyone else's experience. The virus is very real, and I would really not want to see that get in my house or any of your houses and destroy or take anybody out. And then you sitting there talking about, oh, maybe I should have took the shot at the end. The virus is very real, but it's how you protect yourself, and it's what your immune system is about. And you have to, you don't just start planning for, yes, or we know we got the coronavirus, now we need to start getting healthy today. Nah, it's a gradual lifestyle that you live, that you keep yourself healthy all the time so you can stay ready. And a lot of people don't live like that. So when they get caught off guard, they wonder why it's doing so much damage. It's because you weren't planning before that and made excuses before that. So now that it's here, don't try and ask for a favor. It's not going to give you no favor. COVID's going to do exactly what it's designed to do. And it doesn't have any feelings about how you feel or who your family is. COVID's going to do exactly what it's designed to do. So,
To get you out the paint. Yeah. That's what it's made to do, to get you out the paint.
And that's what I don't understand. Like, okay, what would the narrative be now if instead of them pushing these vaccinations on everybody, if they actually pushed natural things? You know, how many people would actually do that? And two, would they do well? I mean, obviously they wouldn't because the pharmaceutical company wants to make money. And if people actually get healthy, diabetes is going to be less, less doctor bills, less people needing medication. So,
Herbert Clyde just wrote, it is as real as the flu. The flu kills people with terminal heart disease and cancer too. The only difference is the cause of death changed from myocardial
myo, myocardial infarction.
infarction to COVID-19. In the old days, if someone had a heart attack and also had the flu, the cause of death was reported as heart disease. So,
Right. Now they're reporting everything as COVID.
as COVID. So it superinflates the numbers. So if you're not talking about heart disease or pneumonia or anything, everything is going straight to COVID.
And then look at the flu numbers for since COVID's been out.
What flu?
Nobody, right, right. It just disappeared after how many years of the
Yeah,
flu being around? Like none.
like they got rid of the flu, huh? Nah,
It's a miracle.
now
they
what
just
they're
renamed
doing
it just like they renamed slavery.
now what they're doing is they do what they've been doing for years, just kind of like trimming down the pack, trimming down the pack, trimming down the pack. And now they're trying to get our ancestors up out of here. They're doing everything they can to get the ancestors out of here, saying that it's not enough room, it's not enough resources, because they keep on killing the crops. They keep on killing the land that we have to farm on, and they keep on giving us GMO foods so
Yeah,
they can keep their money going. And the money is not everything when you're dealing with all the ramifications from this stuff. So this is why you have Corona able to spread so rapidly and kill so many so rapidly.
Right. The I've heard there's people that scheduled to go in for a test, never went, but got results that they had COVID. Like how? Like they didn't even go in to get the test done. But they had COVID. What are they, psychic?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's all a sham, man. It's a shell game. It's a sham. It's a money game. It's a money trap. I'm like,
I mean, it's real,
no,
but
it's real.
there it's too
It's
much
real,
they're
period.
doing
It's
behind the
real,
scenes.
period. It's real, period. We can't say but. It's real. We can't even go past that. We know that it's real. Now, what's the next step? What are we doing to protect ourselves? What are we doing to fight it? Are we building our immune system up? Is our gut healthy? Are we doing everything that we can to build the probiotics and the healthy worms in our stomach to have us able to fight out these diseases that are attacking us? Are we prepared? If you're not prepared, don't sit there and try and point fingers at everybody else like, oh, it's because you're not vaccinated. Oh, it's because you don't believe in vaccination that this virus is spreading and killed so many. This virus is spreading and killed so many because, one, they weren't honest about it off the rip. And when they got honest about it, it was already too late because the virus had done exactly what it was designed to do, spread. Peace, Brother Martin. How you doing, King? So, you know what I mean? The virus is doing exactly as it's always been designed to do. You know what I mean? Spread and take out and cut down the pack. So, we've lost a lot, but we've gained a lot of information. We know what the plan is. It's just how many of us is prepared to make it out of this. Not everybody is preparing themselves or preparing their families to make it through.
Shit, I think we better prepare for another shutdown. A high school in Jacksonville, they just shut down. They about to go back to a virtual school because of an outbreak.
There's a
I just
lot of
heard a
schools
story of
doing
an
that.
elementary school had a bad breakout. It was a teacher that didn't want to get vaccinated, and she was reading story time. And in her mask, when she took off her mask to read to the kids, she infected her whole front row of kids that she reads to. They in turn took that virus home to their siblings and the household, and it was just a nasty little outbreak. So I very much foresee that being capable of happening again. And I think everybody was so on edge about getting back to normal, getting the kids back in school after almost 2 years of being out.
Yeah,
Like
they rushing it.
they
But
lost almost 2 years, and you can't replace that for these kids that didn't get proms and didn't get graduations and doing these drive-up graduations. Anybody who had a kid in this time experienced some of the most weird times of their lives. Like I've had nieces and nephews that had to graduate through this, and it was not a pretty thing.
my boy said, I still don't get the concept of herd immunity. All the vaccine pushers acknowledging that vaccines are not as effective as claimed, or is it a method to use guilt to manipulate those who would rather forego the vaccine? And see, I think the vaccine, not the vaccine, but I think the COVID, it since it's airborne, it's already here. You know what I'm saying? Whether you have a mask or you masked up, it's already here. You're breathing. It's like it's with the oxygen that we breathe now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. You either got it or you don't got it. That's how I look at it.
And people that get vaccinated are never going to say, "Oh, the vaccine doesn't work." They're going to say, "Oh, it's the unvaccinated that are still spreading this," even though it's vaccinated people still getting it and still dying from it. Like they're still going to say the vaccine works if everybody would get vaccinated.
Yeah, it's like the tale of two cities, huh?
Right.
Hey, the old girl said she was going to join us today.
No.
No.
No, she never made it.
Oh,
But you would have known that.
I had family things going on today. Sorry.
Where was the smoke signal?
By the time I looked at the phone, it was already. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. I'm
Yeah, but
like,
we're gonna have to
You
get her
saw,
on another day
I saw.
for sure.
yeah, she's definitely someone we need on
Maybe
the
we can
show.
try
I'm
for
so
next
excited.
week.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward, like, to really interview her and pick her brain. She's a heavy queen, like how much information she has. But back to what we were saying, we've lost some, we've lost some really, really solid kings to this and queens to this virus. So the amount of loss we've had, like, and this is even some of our ancestors that took the shot and they had contracted it anyway and still passed on. So
Yeah, we
it's
had two of our
just
greats, Marvin Hagler, and also what's the
Hank
home run
Aaron.
hitter?
Hank
Hank
Aaron.
Aaron. Get these niggas out the paint.
And that's the thing. They're gonna say, "Oh, well, they were vaccinated, but they had to have already had it."
Or they
So
have
if they would have
pre.
got the vaccination before that, it would have worked. They wouldn't have died. And you can't say that. I mean, you can't really say that.
Yeah,
They can, but
it's all
you know.
speculation.
And that's why
G
it's like,
Martin, how you doing, King?
Give it up for
Trying
Curtis G. Mother Martin.
Y'all know I go through this crazy stuff every now and then, right? But
Hey
it's
man, we
all
just
good.
happy to have you, King. We happy to have you, King. You looking mighty skinny there, bro. I'm just
Yeah, he,
saying. I need to be drinking juices and berries too if it's gonna have me coming on camera shining too, bro. I'm
Hey,
trying to
I'm
get
trying to
like
wipe it
this,
down. You
bro.
see, that's
what he did a bootsy, huh?
no,
Wipe him down.
that's that Lysandra essential
Oh,
oils.
you got it too.
Yeah, sir.
Ah man, I need to go ahead and bring it to the video.
Yeah, that's that Lysandra essential oils.
Yeah, we gonna start shooting some commercials.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I mean?
so Curtis, have you heard the conversation so far?
About the guys saying we the ones causing the vaccines. I mean the spike and all of that.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
you know, it's funny. I was trying to find this one clip and show my wife today on CNN. They posted the caption was "Healthy woman dying last words, blaming the unvaccinated for not being vaccinated." Right? Hey, when they showed her picture, she was about 400 pounds.
But that's not
Right?
why.
Yeah, it's not her health. You know what I'm talking about? So you know like that's just part of the whole divide though, right? Like you know, and I don't expect nothing less out of some of these politicians because when you think about it, the first thing we used to say or you'll hear people still say is, hey, no, them old politicians, them the ones, right? They were once young. 400 years. So we keep saying the old ones. They growing old with the same crap, right? It's just now that they old, they willing to blurt out what they want to say because they know they didn't live their life already and they don't care. They got their money, they set. If you cancel them, they'll cancel themselves and just go sit in the sunset and pull
Right. And
strings
still
from the
make money.
background. Yeah, yeah. So we keep saying the old people, it's taught, right? It's a taught behavior, right? For them to blurt out stuff. And we see it all the time when you have these little clips coming out with kids pick up on what they do, right? Like I told you guys, I heard my kids say stuff all the time when I go out, like, whoa, that's me. I gotta watch what I say, right? Because they pick it up. Uh, I'll yell at the kids, hey, y'all cut that noise out. When somebody making noise, one of them go, hey, y'all cut that noise out, right? So you know, even if you didn't want that as you were growing up, that's what you were taught. That's what you seen. So that's how you supposed to be, right? So I don't put it past them when they say stuff like that. But are we to blame? I don't think so. I think people that don't people that don't like try to care for themselves, right? Like we was talking earlier today about us getting in an exercise group, right? So exercising, taking our vitamins, all the stuff that we should have been doing at first, right? Washing our hands, right? Like,
Right.
right? They talking about wash your hands, don't touch your face, don't put your hands in your mouth. All the stuff we was not supposed to be doing, right? So I don't really care what they say. They're gonna always have some type of blame game. We just got to make sure we doing what's right by us and our families.
Right.
Oh wow! So almost 6,000 people have died since July that has the vaccine, right? Like
And
them
that's
numbers.
just confirmed. How many did they not confirm because they don't want the numbers to go up like that?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
If it
know,
was
they
any other
control what we
vaccination,
hear.
they would have already recalled it. But because it's COVID and they are trying to get the whole world vaccinated, they're going to go ahead and accept those losses as just like collateral damage.
No, it's definitely um right. It's a loss. Like when the military go to strike, they go like, we're gonna lose one person out of this. Do we take that risk? Right. This is what we can do to try to help it, but they calculate one death, right? They can calculate two deaths, right? So yeah, somebody gonna be the fall guy.
And how
Right.
many? And then on top of that, what if we follow the money?
Yeah, no, definitely. Definitely.
We're
I
not
mean,
supposed to do that though.
nah, you don't supposed to think outside the box. You gotta stay inside this little box, little
I think
box.
I think some people get extreme thinking outside the box, and they never have any rhyme or reason. Just a lot of, I don't know. I get kind of caught up with some of the conspiracy theorists. Don't get me wrong. I don't believe almost anything that the TV says. That's just me personally. But I think people try and find conspiracy all over anything. Well, this person was CIA. That's why they did this. This person had government. A lot of that shit we don't know. And the best part about it is we don't know because it ain't none of our business. The shit that is your business, stick to that. Mind
But
your business and take care of what you're responsible for. And the shit that's going on outside, if it ain't at your doorstep and it doesn't directly affect you, mind your business and
Yeah,
keep
but you
doing
can't be
shit responsible.
oblivious to it either. You
But that's
still
not being oblivious, taking care of yourself and taking care of what's going on around you. Your circle. You take care of your circle. You
right,
make
but you
sure your
should still
team is
be
healthy.
aware of what's going on around you, even if you don't vocalize it. Like you still need to be aware.
I didn't say not to be aware, but I'm saying we get caught up running down these conspiracy theories and we never really actually do anything to help ourselves.
but
Like, I
you
don't want
know,
to be around talking about conspiracy theory, and I ain't doing nothing to protect my immune system against it.
no,
Like, COVID
absolutely,
is real. COVID is
absolutely.
very real. So people thinking that it's fake and saying that COVID ain't real, I think that they're selling themselves up shit creek without a paddle. Because you gonna go out there and think that COVID ain't real, you run into it, it's gonna almost kill you. I almost lost one of my good buddies behind it. One of my
Yeah,
good
you
buddies
definitely
behind it.
can't think it's a hoax, right? Those people, they definitely something wrong, right? Like
That's what I'm
they
saying.
saying it
People
ain't
think it's not
real.
real.
We know
COVID is
something
very
is
real.
there. We know
And it's
something is
killing
there.
people. And it's
Yep.
killing people.
Yeah, it's
Like
killing people. We know
people
this.
are dying, and they put COVID on their death certificate. So you can't say it ain't real when it's on your death certificate.
Well, I don't agree with the death certificate, but
Right, because they put it
because
on
they
there if
can
they
put
got
anything on
heart
your death
disease.
certificate, right? But I guess some of the stats for me is that 90% of the people that have died, like 90%, that's 90 out of 100, they that died, they had some type of pre-existing condition,
And
right?
the other 10%, the ones that didn't have pre-existing condition, it just accelerated a cold, just like the pneumonia would do, just like a regular
And
influenza
that's my
would do.
point. That's
Yeah,
my point. Going back to what you were saying, that other 10% wasn't doing nothing to help their cause, right?
exactly.
Like for me, a guy was in my class the other day. He was like, "Bro, these masks don't work." I said, "Man, I agree with you 100%." Right? We know they don't work. We in the safety world, so we know that you got to have some type of P100, some type of fresh air, some type of something to fully be protected. I said, but we do know if you sneeze, it's caught in your mask and it's not floating around the classroom. So we know it don't protect us 100%, but it can limit it, right? But I ain't gonna be that 10%. I'm gonna take my vitamins, I'm gonna take my juices, I'm gonna exercise, I'm gonna do what I need to do, right? Like, and then I'm gonna monitor myself around people, right? Like that's what we got to know, that it is real, right? If you don't think it's real, you doomed,
Yep.
right? Like I see guys still out there, right? They twist their blunt, right? Once they twist their blunt, and then they put it in their mouth and do the whole, right? and then they light it up and then they pass it, right? You know, them type of people. You drinking your beer, the old school, right? And then you passing the court, right? Like that. Them days are gone, right? You have your own
Nah,
everything
I don't
that
know.
you
You
put in your
might
mouth
got that
on.
shit. Nah, you can't have none of this.
Yeah, you can't have none of this.
Sorry, my brother. You got to get your own. Oh, by the way, I have the Lysandra essential oil.
See, you got me shining now. I'm sitting here.
Listening. You want beer? Nice and soft? You want to try Lysandra essential oils.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
My man disappeared. Abracadabra.
Yeah.
Hey, but
You know
yeah.
he ain't never at home doing the show.
Oh, he back.
He
He
always
back.
mobile.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm out with the kids, y'all. I gotta get the boy. He starts high school Tuesday, so I'm trying to do the last minute touches to get him ready for school, get him ready to go.
yeah,
I
I'm
know how
going
that
out.
first day of school is.
I'm going out tomorrow, but yeah,
But y'all just started school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
see, it's opened up out here right now.
Y'all did a whole August month.
Oh, y'all
got-
they already at school down there?
Yeah, we already in school. We 3 weeks in.
I
so.
actually need to go ahead and refresh it again because I don't have any of y'all pictures up right now.
They you know, they rolling out their little COVID procedures and
They
all
little?
that, right?
They little.
Yeah, these
Yeah, that is they little procedures,
little
right?
ass
'Cause they ain't big
procedures.
procedures. But I got you. See, you abracadabra every time you get to talking, they watching you.
That's why he don't like saying nothing.
They watching him. He makes sure he neutral.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know it's all good, man. You know, I saw a football player. He said he took the vaccine just because of the protocols, right? Like,
Yeah,
you,
but
you know,
they
so-
forcing people and mandating people to take this shit, so you don't have a choice. It doesn't matter if if you want to continue to make the cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
And I don't think that's right at all.
I had a guy tell me that. He was like, man, you know, I don't want to take that vaccine. He told me about how he don't trust it, everything he told me. I was like, no, it's understandable, man. He said, but I got to feed my family though. So if they force me, I'm taking it, right? Like,
Yeah.
so he said, if they make it mandatory, he taking it, right? Like, so they know a lot of people are thinking like that. So they constantly making it mandatory. What I don't
And
like,
offering people money.
yeah, what I don't like though
Burgers
is
and
that-
fries.
Right.
why it's not mandated for the administration, right? Like they saying they taking it, but it ain't mandated for everybody, right? Like that's when stuff look fishy. When you want people to do stuff, you got to make it look real. You got to be involved, right? Like it's a mandate for us as well, right? Like police officers. So you know they share all these stories, man, and it's kind of crazy. It's unfortunate, but on both sides. So it got everybody thinking, right? No matter what. I saw one where a sheriff refused to take the vaccine. He died of COVID, right? Like, so it's a bunch of different ones out there. But me, I'm always looking for that backstory. Did he have any pre-existing conditions? Did he doing anything to build his immune system, right? Like that's the stuff we need to be keeping up with to know if the other stuff work, not just vaccine, right? Like I want to know both sides. Let's weigh our options. Let's keep the data on both sides, right? Like
the actual data.
Yeah. Let's keep real data on both sides, right? Let's be real about it. That's the whole thing. When you have a government, I think I heard somebody say that can't be trusted, right? Like if the government can't be trusted and people don't trust the government, then why would people take a vaccine you want them to take? And then you got people like you said, Hank Aaron, he takes it on national TV and died 3 days later, and they don't say nothing about it, right? They just push it under the rug, yeah. And then was it a boxer? The boxer as well, yeah, man. Oh man, that's horrible.
Marvin Hagler.
That's horrible, man.
And see, and here's the thing, like I look at it from a perspective of my ancestors. If they was able to use the Tuskegee experiment, you know what I'm saying? Like They did this for over 30, 40 years, right? To see the effects of how our people would die or survive this thing. So what makes me think like America has changed since then? I think I always tell this story. It's like a spider web. The government is like a spider in a spider web. The spider creates this elaborate spider web, and and you walk through, you're like, oh, look at that spider web. You didn't find another spider web, right? Next day, the spider creates another and bigger web, and you find that and you knock it down. So instead of keep knocking down the web, we need to find the spider, right?
Yeah.
That's causing all the chaos. So I'm looking at it from a standpoint like they let this Tuskegee experiment run for 30, 40 years. Do you think, in your right mind, do you think that they don't come up with a more elaborate scheme? You know what I'm saying? A more just top to bottom scheme that if you ever see those flow charts, if yes or no, if they don't do this, then we'll go to this plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If
It's
not
always
this,
something
then
like
this.
that.
Yeah. That's
So-
the way they write code, right? If not this, then this.
Yeah. So that's how I look at it. Like, you don't know what you don't know, but history shows how this government works, and black people got to be 10 times as suspicious of what they're doing.
No.
My thing is, if the vaccination is so wonderful, why are they mandating you, and why are they trying to pay you for it?
Yeah. See, if it was working, we'll be lining up for it, right?
Right.
It's like candy. I know what that sneaker tastes like. Right? When you handing out that sneaker, I'm coming to get one. Right? I know what it tastes like. Now, if it was that good and it was working for me, right, then I'm coming to get it. Right? Like people that truly got sick, right? They went and found Dr. Sebi.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And since and they won't say nothing to nobody else, let me just go get this Dr. Sebi medicine. Right? But you trust the Western way. You go there and it don't work. Now you find Dr. Sebi. You like, okay. Now you whispering and saying, hey, Dr. Sebi over here, instead of us going loud with it, right? To know, like, it's some other things that work out there, right? Like, it's unfortunate to lose Dr. Sebi, but it seemed like when Dr. Sebi was gone, I seemed like I saw so many other holistic healers that I didn't see before, right? I don't know if they just started going harder because of the void, or just he had the vacuum just sucked up to where we wasn't looking at nobody else, right? So it did open up something for me, at least, right? Like, so he didn't die in vain, for sure.
Well, I even think during that time period, you had a bunch of holistic doctors that was mysteriously passing away.
I saw that. I think 2019, 18 or something.
Yeah.
It was, I
17,
remember,
18.
yeah, it was like 50 of them, and then it was 60. I was like, whoa. I think it got up to about 80 something or so, right? But
Getting prepared for COVID.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
And the video clip, I think, 2014, when what's his name? Bill Gates said, "Oh, there's going to be a pandemic." Did y'all catch that one?
Yeah.
So, and again, like, if they can't get their war, it's always some type of sickness or a pandemic or whatever.
Well, they're going to get their war too.
Yeah, they just did some airstrikes. Remember, we was talking about it the other day. They just did some airstrikes over in Afghanistan.
Yeah,
They blew up their own bases.
All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm having technical difficulties over here, but I'm back.
Right now we have Trash Vegan. He's in an undisclosed location.
Don't say that. They're going to cut him off again.
Bunker down.
They might send a drone after him.
Right.
Bunker down.
All right, that's my lighting right now. Let me cut the cut the little mirror. This is my lighting right now.
That opened you up.
This is my lighting right now, y'all. Y'all gotta bear with me. And I don't want to leave them on too long. I'm gonna get a jump.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, life goes on. We got to keep planning, right? Like, I just can't wait to the stuff we was working on today for as the Black Masterminds, man. Once we build, right? Once we build and keep doing our thing, man, like make this thing big to where we have doctors involved with us, right? We have lawyers involved with us, right? To where we really build a community where we end up having grocery stores in different cities, and then people can follow the blueprint that we laying out. That's what I see the Black Mastermind as, right? Like, we masterminded some shit, right? Like, we finna set the
Kurt,
blueprint for what you need to
tell
do.
you,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's kind of coming kind of choppy, but we closer than you think, big bro.
Yeah, no, I think so. But and it's other people that's making moves, right? But some people only making moves only in their circle or only in their community. I'm ready to do this thing big, right? To where everybody making moves, and we don't even have to be a part of it. Like, that's what's so cool about me. I don't even have to be a part of it. I just want to spark you to do it. I'll be a part of it just to spark it. But if you ready to go on and do it, then go do it, right? Like, I can't remember who said it. I'll be listening to so many good ideas. No, but one guy said, if you have ideas in your head and you ain't doing nothing with them, you might as well put them out in the world so somebody can take off with it, right? Like, don't hold it and die with it. I think it might have been Justin Blue, but yeah.
Even Les Brown talks about that.
Right? Like, yeah, put that idea out there. And so
Don't
so
be on
many
your
people,
deathbed.
so many people worried about people taking their ideas. I'm gonna tell you this. At some point, if you don't use your ideal, somebody else will come up with that same ideal anyway, right?
Yep.
How many times have you seen they come out with something, you say, damn, I was thinking about doing that too. Wow, look at that, right? That's the way ideals are, right? And I think before Trash got cut off the last time, he was talking about the conspiracy theories, right? But we need that, right? Like, the reason I say we need it is because it opens up dialogue.
Yeah.
Right. It makes people talk. It makes you think. When you have people talking from both sides, why is the vaccine good? Why is the vaccine bad? Now you talk about it from both sides, right? That's almost like, ain't that how the legal system works? Right? You talking his guilt, you talking his innocence, and then now 12 people in a box got to figure, like, okay, this the way it looks like to me, and then let me be my judge, right? Let me be my box, right? You tell me why it's good, you tell me why it's not, and let me be my box. And then if I decide to take it, don't put me against the people that didn't take it. If I decide not to take it, don't put me against the people that did take it, right? Like, that's the divide.
And that's essentially what's going on right now.
And then you got to choose the jurors. So sometimes the jurors are biased.
Hey, Trash. So check this out. This one, it go back to putting light-skinned blacks back against dark-skinned blacks, right? So we've seen this before.
Paper
vaccinated
bag
against non-vaccinated, Republican against Democrat, right? Everything is divide.
Divide and conquer.
Yep. And they're going to continue to do that.
Yep. So
we're going to continue to fall for it unless.
No, as long as it's work, why would you change it?
But we got to wake up and know. So that's when, like with us sitting here thinking, people like, that's where the conspiracy theories come in. That's why they're good, because people, if nobody say that, man, they could be doing this though. What about this? You're like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Dialogue.
Right? It makes you talk, right? Like, some of it'll make sense, some of it won't. But if you like always drunk, you ain't gonna have no good views on it. You don't even want to talk about it. You ready to have some fun, right? Right? When you're drunk, you high, you just chilling. You don't want nobody interrupting you with that. But when you clear, you get a clear mind. You get to think. You get to think outside the box. You get to let your mind wander a little bit, both sides, right? And then you can weigh your options.
Right.
See, but that's the hard part about me. I got people on both sides. I got people who really believe in the vaccination, and I know people who really don't. And I don't feel like either one of them are wrong. If you're scared and that's what you want to do, and you think that this is going to keep you safe, then by all means, go ahead and do it. If you
Right, but
don't
are
believe that these
those
vaccinations
people,
are safe,
are actually
if
having a
they,
conversation, right? They're having dialogue. They're not saying like, "Oh, you have to go get vaccinated. You're the reason why everybody's still getting sick because you're not getting vaccinated."
Yeah,
Those people you're talking about probably have open dialogue, and it does, just like we're having. Like, if you don't have the shot, that's fine with me. If you take it, I don't care. But don't tell me what I need to do with my body.
It's
I
my
totally agree.
body, and I can do what I want.
Right,
Exactly.
and that's the name of the game, right? Like, but with them, it's what is it though? Like nobody, like, still with all the stuff that's being said, like Trash said, we don't really know. So, but it gets you thinking and it keeps you aware. So when you start putting pieces to the puzzle, and if you start seeing them, you know you're on the right track with your thinking, right? So I do that all the time. Rhonda, you know, when we used to be in DG's group, I used to just be watching everybody, and I'll say something. You're like, "Damn, Curtis, you came up with the whole thing, right?" Like, because that's what I do. I just sit and watch and try to figure stuff out, right? Like, because the pieces will be there, and you might
Right.
you might get a piece under the couch, right? One might be on the floor, one might be sitting in the cabinet, right? But all the pieces is there, and you just got to start putting them together. And then
And
if
that's
it
the
don't,
thing. You got two eyes and two ears for a reason.
yeah.
Like, you supposed to watch and listen before you speak, but there's most people don't do that. They want to speak first, whether they know what they're speaking about or not.
And you can
people
see it
want
on the
their
internet
opinion to
all
be
the time.
heard, and since we were kids, people always wanted their opinion heard, and that's what makes them feel validated in life. Not knowing that silence is usually the biggest person in the room. The most quietest person in the room is probably usually the biggest one. But
But
most people will never know it because they never open their mouth.
you know what's crazy though about the internet though? The internet make that voice louder than it will be normally, right? Because they hiding, right? I didn't have guys like I usually don't respond, and then when a couple of times I have responded to somebody a little aggressive back, they're like, "Oh no, OG, I was just right?" Like so you like, "Oh, so you just was messing with me." Right? Like so
You was just
you
playing.
yeah, you didn't
You were
really
just
want to
playing.
respond. So you got to think that half that shit on the internet is them same type of people, right? And then some people just
Smoke and
trying to get
mirrors.
you riled up. Yeah, some people want to get you riled up. Like we run off our emotions with everything. I'll never forget, man, how the marketing scheme with the company was going out of business, man. They saved themselves with the coolest monkey in the jungle, man.
Oh yeah,
They
Eminem.
saved themselves. We marketed the shit out that, right? Because we market to say don't buy it. Other people say don't let them fall because forget them, right? Let's go purchase their stuff, and then they
Yep.
saved them.
Even with this stupid ass milk crate challenge, they're actually selling these now. They used to have them piled up behind the stores, and now they selling them.
Yeah, ain't that something?
They selling you some shit to
Got
go break your
him.
damn neck, and you
Yeah,
falling for
Got
it.
him.
Right.
hey, so that like we fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
The sugar in the tank.
Yeah,
Right. Just to make a video of you hurting yourself.
I saw one. Desi Banks had one.
And those ERs are full of them.
Yeah, Desi Banks had a little video clip, um, a little skit, and he was showing one of them died. He died
A little
he died
skit.
from the crate challenge. He
I,
went to the
I I
funeral.
saw that one. I did see that when
He
he
was
went to the
cussing them
funeral.
out.
Yeah.
Man, I told you.
And
But
that's
I was
what's like,
thinking,
we so willing to do this stupid ass shit. Like,
It's-
do something more productive.
it's a deflection.
So I heard somebody say the other day, and they said, "Hey, guys, you can't really look at it as that bad because some of these people are actually making money off the crate challenge, right? Because their channels are big. But what happens is somebody that make money off of YouTube, other people following. Like I remember like 6 years ago, man, this dude I used to follow, right? He was like, "Man, I don't like where the internet is going, man." He said nobody's creating their own content no more. Everybody's copying.
Of course.
right? Right. And so now that's what it is. You see with the little dances, I see everybody do the little. I'm like, whoa, it's just the whole thing
I
all
gotta get a
day,
clip of
right?
that
Like,
again.
I know, right?
I gotta get a clip of that again.
He finna use that. We finna see it on
oh,
Instagram.
yeah,
Told you
no,
we got problems.
yeah, we got problems, man. But you know, so that made me think though. Like I was telling you, Trash, let's grab the cameraman. Let's go out to one of these nice little vegan restaurants, and then let's go. We could talk credit. We could
Nice
talk
little
one of these nice big restaurants,
who?
right?
Okay.
One of these
Nice
nice
big,
healthy
these big,
restaurants.
You little ass
Hey,
restaurant.
I got one in the city. I got one in the city we can go try.
And then we bring our camera guy, and he just taking footage all day.
Say less. I
Right,
got it.
he just don't stop. Right, that's what guys are hiring their own cameraman, and we don't have to hire him for every day. We can hire him once a week, and we get enough footage. But the key, like I know we talking about something totally different now, but the key is take 2 outfits with us, 3 outfits. So
And I
all
get
while we
into
feeling
like 5 different things. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. Now it looked like we
Mhm.
was 2, 3 different times, right? Like
It
I'll
was
have
just
the
one
coat on,
day.
right? Then I'll take the coat off. Might even turn the hat backwards, right? Then throw another
Yeah,
jacket on, right? That kind of match the same shirt and tie. Throw another hat on, right? And then you got plenty of footage,
let's do
like
it.
like like a
I got a
tripod
perfect
Rhonda with
spot.
you and Lashika. Could have been a lot of content right there with both of y'all. Y'all should have had a camera going at all times.
I know, and look, I it was
Hey,
so much. It was so much going on,
yeah,
but
but y'all had some sidebars going. I could tell y'all muted yourself, and y'all had while we was talking, y'all had some little sidebars going. That's good footage. You can skim through it and post a little something, right?
Hey,
yeah.
no,
A
not
big
What?
something, a big something.
I know y'all couldn't post what y'all was talking about because y'all could. It was ample times when I know they went down.
Man,
But
they done
we,
went out screen and everything. You just see
well,
their avatar.
that's because it kept going. The internet. I think it was too many people on the internet, so mine kept going out if I had my camera on.
I thought it
So
was a bit. I
no,
thought it was a
today it
big
was
place.
fine.
Oh,
It is a big place, but there was a lot of people on the internet at the same time. So today
well,
when we were there, it was
I
fine.
think
We
because
didn't. Nobody jumped off.
Saturday wasn't a big day, right?
So no, we just know for the next time when we go down there, maybe go on a Saturday when not a lot of people not in the office, and we probably won't need the internet because we all there.
Right. Right.
All right, Mr. Clyde, we appreciate you for attending.
Thank
We about to get ready to shut it down.
Brother Clyde. Thank you for
Wow, he
joining
said
us.
he found it by typing vegan in the search box.
Trash vegan.
Try
All right.
Hey, best work, baby.
Yeah, no, that was cool.
Hey, one by one,
Thank
we
you for
getting them.
joining us, Brother Clyde.
Yes, sir.
I definitely am.
There he went.
I'm definitely gonna leave after that one. Oh man, yep. So yeah, no, it's kind of all good. Like I said, man, back to what we was talking about. Like, I don't expect nothing different from some of these people, right? Like my guards is up. Like when they say something, like it don't shock me, it don't surprise me. Like my goal now is, I know that I got to shop somewhere to wear clothes, right? But do I wear Versace? No, right? Like all my sweatsuits and stuff, like I ain't buying no more Adidas sweatsuits, Nike sweatsuits. What I got now, when that wear out and I give it away, I'm done. You'll see me with Who Got Problems, right? You'll see me with my company stuff on, right? You'll see me with Black
Black
Mastermind stuff on,
Mastermind.
right?
Yep.
Wolf and Sheep Clothing, right? You'll see me with anybody else that has a clothing store, right? Like
Cool.
everywhere I go, man, trust me, when I go to events, you got a book, I'm buying your book. You got a shirt for sale, I ain't buying all of them, but I'm gonna support your brand and buy a shirt, right? Like I think at some point, we should like wear certain people's stuff. Like right now, I know we don't have a big audience, but if people want us to wear stuff, this might be for us to be off topic, but people want us to wear stuff, tell them to shoot it to us for free, we'll wear it, right? Like,
Yep.
we.
And again, we
I
have
know.
Lysandra Essentials.
I
Make
know
sure you
people
gotta
that's
go out there
charging
and
people
purchase
to
that.
wear their stuff,
Yeah.
right? They charging them to wear it,
Where your books
right?
at?
Pull
Show
out
your
my Tay
books.
butter.
Right? No,
I
that's
know.
I pull
Look,
out my Tay
Lashika tried
butter.
some today. She's like, "What is this?"
My
So
Tay
we had to
butter.
go to the pop-up shop and, you know, get
What
her
are
some.
those?
That
But look, you already know we got books sitting here. They ain't
You
gonna
got
show
good
up
books
old
right.
on
butter.
books.
Right. They ain't gonna show because it's green. So you know what the
Well,
green
show it in front of
screen.
you. There you
It
go.
it still ain't green.
Oh, my bad.
I mean, it's still green,
Butterfly
so it's not
butter.
showing right. This one
It
do.
look purple. It look purple like your background.
Curtis book, Trash's book ain't gonna show up because it's green. One of two of Scotty's books,
A lot of
Scotty.
purple too.
and the rest of them on the way.
Yeah. No, that's all
Yeah.
good. Hey, I can't wait till we all have books, right? Like, I can't wait till we give a live event.
Ali,
Honestly,
It's coming, and me and
Ali,
Lashika made another
Yep.
play today after we got done with the meeting.
oh really?
Yes, we did.
All right.
That's what one of a couple of the no, one of the pictures was with the two other young ladies.
Uh huh. Uh
big
huh.
business.
Yeah, no, that's good. Hey, you know something I was gonna say. I know Trash congratulated y'all and Shoe Solutions did, but hey, the women of the group really been holding us down, right?
Oh yeah.
Like honestly, if it was really said, it's almost like I'm vice and Lashika's president. um, so and I really appreciate that. I honestly I was thinking about stepping down in November. Um, and probably
Nope.
giving it to Lashika. No,
Nope.
I'm gonna go down with you and Ali and go on the digital side because we not strong
Nope.
down there,
I
right?
like you. I like you. No. No. Stay where you at, and we can strengthen up down there. That's why we added the pieces when we can get them on there.
But just me honestly thinking it's work that I don't want to do because I get caught up in that, right? Like, but it's needed. It's needed. It's needed. I was
It's
thinking about it
definitely
hard
needed.
today. I was like,
Like I said, train
because that'll
train
give me a
me.
year
That's what I
in,
said.
right?
Send me
That'll
down
give me a
there.
year in. I step down because we're supposed to go 2 years. I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna give it up, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take another role. Like old girl said, we got to go where we strong at, and then that's gonna make us better, right? Like I know how to play my position, so I'm cool. But I am gonna get me a president plaque
But you don't
made that say,
understand. You're a good
right?
president, though.
I'm a first annual
But you're
president,
a
right?
good
I'm
president.
first
Right.
president, right?
You're a
I'm
good
definitely
president.
getting me a plaque. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm definitely getting a plaque, right? Black Mastermind, first ever president, right?
First ever out the gate.
Right. Yep. Get that picture so it can go on the wall, right?
It'd be like this.
You know how we start that wall, right? Like,
Right.
right. Boom. He right there. 200
What?
years from now, they're like, no, that was my great
Get you a
grandfather,
bronze
right? Like,
statue.
yeah, statue out front next.
Get you a
Yeah, I had a
bronze
statue like
statue.
this, like dunking over. Is he an NBA player? No, he never played ball. He
Yeah.
played this position as a black mastermind.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he was a melanated man. I gotta remember to say that. Give up that black thing.
Goat Kurt.
Right.
Who's the
We
best?
give up. We
Is it
we
Goat
take these
Kurt?
colors off of us. Black don't
Yeah.
stand for
Goat
color. Black is acronym.
Yeah, black is acronym. Yes, sir.
With your black ass. but the crate challenge should be how many books could you put in this crate?
Yeah.
Right.
And for everybody, it's time to go digital. You got to figure out how to get off. Figure out how to get from working these jobs that's about to try to mandate you, and try to get on this internet game. It's a lot of money to be made out here.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's what I was saying. Like I passed by a store the other day, man, and I looked in the store and I said, it's funny how all our pictures on the wall of this store, and you look in there now, one of us is in there. It's like, wow, that's crazy to me. That like the awareness that I have now of that to look in there and go like, ain't no way I would shop in there. You marketing to me from the window. From the
Yep.
window.
Exploit. Culture vultures.
Right? Like
Exactly.
yeah, no, I'm good, right? Like I said, with my clothing, and this was crazy. We got to do what we good at, right? And what's around us, right? Like I should be selling blazers and ties, right? Like I should,
Yes,
on
you
your,
should.
you should be on your Steve Harvey
right?
shit.
Right? I should be selling blazers, right?
You should be on your Steve Harvey shit, man.
I don't know. That's crazy.
We'll work it out.
I found me a spot that's gonna do my stuff. It just like
I got a plug for you if you need it.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I'm just trying to learn not to do too much at once. I was trying to use my cousin to kind of funnel everything through him, and then he can get paid too. But you know, he
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Thing. Yeah,
and bring him on.
Yeah.
But today the show was Black people are the problem for COVID-19. We had the problem, and we had the solution. Butterfly Bully, you got any last words?
You always go to me first and
Yeah.
catch me off guard. I don't know why I'm caught off guard. I'm gonna say the same thing not always say, but y'all got. I mean, just think for yourself. Like, don't push your agenda on nobody else.
Why not?
Because I don't want to hear it.
Go ahead and plug your products and what you got going on.
You can find me at RhondaRiceOfficial.com, at Rhonda Rice Official on Instagram, or also at the Butterfly Bully on Instagram. You need help writing your book? Send me a DM.
The bully.
Trash vegan. Let her know what you got. Last words and product.
Y'all know I'm going through technical difficulties right now. You can find me at thetrashvegan.com. Need help getting your life together, your health and wellness together. I'm the man to see. We learn how to live healthy lifestyles through what we eat and how we move. So hit me up if you need any help with what you're going through. I got a solution. Brother Martin.
Curtis G. Mother Martin.
Yep, you guys can find me at curtisgmartin.com. If you have any coaching needs, I can help you with life coaching, business coaching, and help fix your credit to where we can start teaching you how to use your credit to create passive incomes, right? And last thing I'll say about this whole topic of the vaccine, you guys just make sure, you're doing what's best for you and your family. Research on both sides, like what's good about the vaccine, what's bad about the vaccine, and then make your own family's choice and don't cause a divide in the vaccinated and unvaccinated.
Ollie, on you.
I go by the name of Grindaholic. And all your web hosting needs and domain services, you can contact me. Go to my website, grindaholic.com. Yeah, you tell them. And also, Grindaholic Creative Group. If you need different, artwork done, Legos. I mean, logos. We've been playing Legos. But, we got problems and we got solutions.
We always have solutions.
That's right.
But we got problems.
Always got solutions. See you guys next week.